Hey guys, my name is Sarah. I've lived in my Airstream for almost a year now, and I am switching to a different home on wheels. I made this decision a few months ago thinking it would take almost a year, but the process has been much faster than I expected, and I've documented the whole thing. I am so excited to share this change with you guys. Stay tuned to find out what my new rig is and why I'm making the switch.
I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
I am getting a brand new all-wheel drive Ford Transit van to be professionally built out by Drifter Vans in Detroit, Michigan. I got chills just saying that. Woo! Now, there are a lot of pros and cons to a van, just as any other rig, like a travel trailer. I think a lot of RVers do this eventually, where we switch up our rigs after living in one for a little while, because we learn what we like and don't like and what we would rather have in our RV. Altogether, I think the van life is going to be a much better fit for me and my dog. So right now I'm on my way to my local Ford dealership and I'm gonna go test drive a transit van. I feel like it's not gonna be that bad compared to towing a trailer. We'll see. So this is the 148 wheelbase, and it fits perfectly in a parking spot. So I'm afraid if I were to get the extended version, I'm not going to be able to park in many places easily. This is huge. The ceiling is so high. Does this look appropriate? So driving the transit van wasn't bad at all. All in all, I really liked it. I think I could definitely drive that with ease compared to towing a trailer. I think it's given me some really great experience as far as making those wide turns. The guy did tell me that that is the first all-wheel drive high roof transit they've gotten all year. So that's a little disheartening. They said if I were to order one, it could take 8 months to a year. But that could potentially work out with a conversion company that's booked out pretty far anyways. There's a lot of reasons I'm switching to a van, but the main one is to have one compact unit that I can drive. I love the idea of having all of my belongings with me wherever I go. Now, although I see this as a pro, it can also be seen as a big con, and I totally agree with that. The biggest downside for me having a travel trailer is the fact that it takes at least an hour to break down camp and hitch up. It's not that I'm not capable of hitching up and towing, it's more so that I would rather simplify my travels by being able to hop in the driver's seat and go. As a solo traveler, the simpler I can make this lifestyle, the better. Being a solo traveler also means I don't have a co-pilot to help navigate me. So if I make a wrong turn when I'm towing the Airstream, it's extremely difficult to find a safe spot to turn around. Whereas when I'm in the van, I should be able to pull in almost anywhere and turn around. It also will make it a lot easier to find more accessible gas stations, restaurants, and just sightseeing and pit stops along the way. There are a million more reasons I am making this switch, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna have a lot of questions. So please drop a comment below with your questions, and I'll try to make a dedicated video answering all of them and explaining myself a bit more. After my test drive, I did a lot of research on different floor plans. I knew I wanted an indoor shower, so I decided that the extended version was a much better fit for me. Since there were none available in my area at that time that weren't marked up by like 20 grand, I decided to place a custom order through Ford. So exciting news! I am putting a deposit down on a van today. I've talked to a couple conversion companies and gotten some quotes, and decided to go with one called Drifter Vans in Detroit, Michigan. The thing that really drew me to Drifter Vans is that they are going to help me with the entire van ordering and purchasing process. Apparently, I drove a gem the other day and didn't even know it, but it wasn't extended. I want the extended version, so we're gonna order one today. And then if one comes available in the meantime that matches all the specs that I want, they're gonna help me snag that instead, and then we can start the conversion process even sooner than I ever expected. So this could happen in a couple months. This could happen in 6 to 8 months when my ordered van comes in. And you know what? I'm not in a rush. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. And I'm so stoked! Less than a month after I placed my van order, I was in Squamish, British Columbia. This little city is like a rock climbing capital, and there are camper vans everywhere you look. Just as I was about to climb Squamish Chief, I got a text message from Paul, the owner of Drifter Vans, telling me that they found a van for me. And I feel like I manifested it. Like I'm in this town full of camper vans and I'm about to climb Squamish Chief. Wow, why is this emotional? So immediately after my climb, I called Paul and I called the Ford dealership and I put a deposit down on my van. It's a brand new 2022 all-wheel drive, high roof, extended Ford Transit van. It literally has everything I wanted. I don't necessarily have a color preference, but it is blue, which is really growing on me. I think it's gonna be adorable. And I actually got it the same way I got the Airstream. It was just a right time, right place. Someone had canceled their order, so I got to snag it. I just bought a freaking Airstream. Everything's fine. The van is in Grand Rapids and they're going to deliver it to Drifter Vans in Detroit for me. A few days later, I had a Zoom call with Paul and we picked out a floor plan and all of the features and upgrades I wanted to add to the van. Then he formulated a quote so I could provide that to banks when applying for financing.
So what I'll do is I will put this all together and I will have Kim put together an estimate for you. And it might be a little too late on a Friday to get it to them, but we'll get it to them first thing on Monday.
Sounds great. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Me too. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, talk soon.
And here's where the fun part began. I had no idea how difficult it would be to secure financing for this. I immediately got denied by the first bank that we applied through, which they've had great success with before. So I started looking into other options. What I found with every single bank I talked to is that this van doesn't qualify for your typical RV loan because it's not yet an RV. It also doesn't qualify for your typical auto loan because it's a commercial vehicle. So after a ton of disheartening conversations with several banks, I circled back to the original bank I applied with to see if they would give my application another look. After a lot of persistence, back and forth, phone calls, tears, all of the above, I finally secured financing for the van and 50% of the build. I've been working on this for over 3 weeks. This all started on October 18th and it is now November 10th and I have finally secured financing. The rest of the build I'm going to pay for out of pocket once I sell the Airstream and the Jeep. That being said, my Airstream will be for sale soon. Not now, but soon. So if anyone's interested and you are going to love it as much as I do and take good care of it, you can send me an email. I'll put information in the description below. I'm so sad, but I can't keep them both. In all seriousness though, I would love for you guys to email me if you're seriously interested. That way I can make sure that it goes to a good home and it's going to be loved and appreciated as much as I love and appreciate it. This is like my first full-time home that's been just mine ever. And I've really put a lot of work into it, and I'm really sad to let it go. As long as it goes to a good owner, that'll make it a lot easier to let go. Anywho, on a lighter note, the ball has really started rolling on this van build. I had a 2-hour Zoom call with the interior designer. That was super fun. So that was Lauren with Drifter Vans. She is one of the interior designers. I love her. I just met her and I already love her. This is beyond cool. Like, I'm getting to pick out every little aspect of my van. The countertops, the ceilings, the walls, the cabinets, like every little element is completely custom. Wow, this is actually happening. I am super excited not only to be living in a van, but about the whole van build process. Things are moving quick. They have an awesome team at Drifter Vans. I've already had so many Zoom calls. I have another one tomorrow. These guys are on it. Drifter Vans really has a good operation going. Everyone is so friendly and easy to talk to and knowledgeable and informative. And it's honestly just been like a super great experience so far, and I wouldn't want anyone else building out my van right now. This is like a whirlwind. It's just like the Airstream. That just like was a blink of an eye, and I was in the Airstream, and now almost a year has gone by, and now I'm switching to a van. I've had chills like half of this video, just so you guys know. I am beyond excited and nervous and all of the feelings, just like when I got the Airstream, but mostly super stoked, and I appreciate your guys' support. I hope you will continue to support me, although I won't have the Airstream much longer. I'm still gonna be the same person. I'm still gonna be living the same lifestyle. I'm still going to be making videos, but it's probably just gonna get better from here on out. I think the van will give me so much more freedom to do all of the things that I originally planned to do with the Airstream, but it ended up just being too much work because I'm too lazy to hitch up and tow all the time. Anyways, we can get more into the nitty-gritty details in the next van video where I answer all of your questions. But for now, I'm gonna leave it at that. I am super excited about this new journey. I hope you guys are too, and I thank you for your continued support. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
I found my way.